Making a game on the scale of Halo takes hundreds of people with different skills, a singular vision, and time. Lots of time. But before a game reaches store shelves, the team must create thousands of assets that are tracked in 2-week deadlines we call sprints. 343 Industries invites you to join us on our journey, creating Halo 5 Guardians from the ground up. One painting, sound, and line of code at a time. This is the sprint.
It's the best part of any project, and every single time you play, whether it's the campaign, the multiplayer experience, we're seeing amazing progress.
So today we're going to talk about 2015, everything that's going on in 2015, where it is all about Halo 5.
Hi everybody. I'm going to share some stuff that you guys are going to be like, what the f is going on? And that's kind of the point. Is the Master Chief a traitor? Is he going to die? Who's this dude that just shot him? What are you talking about? He didn't shoot him. The Master Chief was going to shoot him. Like, what are you guys doing to Halo? That's the point. That's the point. It's important that people don't just sort of go, okay, yeah, it's Halo 5, it's just another Halo game. We need people to kind of reinterpret what Halo is.
E3 is this nexus point, this focal point for fans, media, everybody who comes, they come to one place at this one time a year where a game like Halo, from a AAA perspective, it's the place where you want to capture people's attention. So we got to shine. Well, what is a creative director? A creative director is a crazy, crazy job. I don't even know how best to describe it sometimes. Anybody creative ultimately reports into me. Art director Nick Bouvier and Neil Harrison, our art manager, they report into me. All the design aspects of the game, audio, all reports into me. So kind of everything on the content side, I'm ultimately responsible for from a creative perspective. With a huge team like this and Halo 5 being way more enormous than I had anticipated when taking the role, which is totally awesome, and I love the job, and it's a dream job, right? It's a dream come true. I have nothing to complain about, but it is super intense. Every week around here is kind of insane, so it's really hard to describe. One day it could be focusing on HUD UI stuff, one day it could be focusing on Warzone and multiplayer, and sometimes we have to cut stuff that doesn't work out. If it does work out, then we polish it up. And so now we're really hot and heavy with Halo 5. We're demoing two big things at E3. One is the campaign level Tsunami for a code name. And then we're also debuting our new big multiplayer mode, which is called Warzone. So you have actually enemy AI in the multiplayer PvP mode, as well as two huge teams of 12 people. So it's 24 players, which is the biggest we've ever had. The maps are bigger than we've ever had, so you have all the vehicles and all the sandbox elements all together too.
So what we're doing today is our build review. We have a really important milestone coming up in about 7-8 days, guys. So we've been working on it for an entire year. And Vertical Slice is as close to a shipping product as we can. There may be still some temporary assets in there, but the experience itself is complete. So Lawrence, what do we have to check on the intros?
We want to see if we're getting some UI firing. So we should see the map name, victory points to win, and then also a description of the mode. So we're not seeing any of that UI, so we'll have to figure out why that's not firing.
So no UI yet. Okay, we'll get back to that. When you get a mode of this size of 24 players, like every type of AI issue, glitch, or bug you can imagine hits us, because we're almost using everything in the Halo sandbox. We've got every vehicle, we've got campaign assets, we've got bosses, AI, so anything that could go wrong with the game will affect Warzone. Oh, look at this bug. Another one, this is a fun development bug that we're chasing right now, is when you use the rec station, your character jumps because I'm pressing A. Yeah, it's like there's nothing for free in game development. Once you have to always be thinking about all the context of the systems, what menu the player has. So it's actually just remembering that I'm pressing A and making me jump. So we just completed the intro assault, and whoa, whoa.
It's on that.
What's that hitch?
For sure.
It's the UI.
It's the UI loading? Okay. So this is an issue we didn't even have 2 days ago, but now is an immediate fix for our big review. So you can kind of see, like, as we're fixing things and adding things, we're always, you know, sort of incurring more debt and having to fix more bugs. These are awesome. Lawrence just put in these locations. So these are shoulder bash spots you can smash through. Even as recently as about a month ago, this whole passageway didn't exist. So you would be in this tunnel and you'd have to run all the way around to the armories, and then we've added these sort of shortcuts through to let you get there quicker. And we have a mid-session progression loop for the first time in a Halo game. So as you're playing through the game, as you're killing enemies, as you're capturing bases, as you're doing just about anything in Warzone, you're leveling up and you can sort of access more high-end stuff. You know, if you see somebody out there with a Banshee, you didn't have to worry about whether you started the game with a Banshee or not. You can go to a terminal and get a plasma pistol or get your own Banshee, which is even better. Then you can have a dogfight.
Wreck confirmed.
Does the VTOL fit down that skylight?
I bet he does. That could be cool. It'd be risky, right? You'd get blown up. But.
Is it a lemon exploit?
Well, I mean, I use it.
Oh, there it is. Look at that.
You shouldn't be able to, like, enter the enemy's base like that, so, yeah.
I kind of like it. The big thing for all of us right now is making the difficult choices on whether or not we take new features, whether we fix bugs, whether we want to take some risks and try to get more content into the build, whether we cut things, because if they don't make it into this build, there's a good chance they're not going to make it into the final game.
Yeah, Tsunami's been in the mix from the beginning, like right after we shipped 4. Tsunami was one of the first levels that we conceived of.
Originally, it was just an idea that we had to kind of cater this, it was a prototype where throwing grenades would be affected by the wind, and so would enemy characters and occasionally the player.
We figured putting a level out at sea in the middle of a tsunami, or actually, it was never a tsunami. It was always more of a hurricane, but I don't know why we called it Tsunami Station. Maybe just for the...
Sounds better.
Yeah, right.
We're pretty much doing like a first pass of every level in campaign.
Yeah, like the water, I guess the sounds of the machinery, that would probably really help. We're missing a lot of this right here. Like there's supposed to be like hundreds of ships dogfighting, capital ships doing broadside maneuvers. To that point, it's kind of like the environment is almost kind of secondary. Like the theater of war that's going on outside the space, that's kind of the big scene here.
Osiris team, 90 seconds to drop point.
And may buck by the first round when we get back.
This is kind of like the final climactic battle in this civil war between the two factions of St. Gili, the Arbiters faction on the one side and the Resurgent Covenant on the other. And so the players need to find their way through Tsunami Station while this civil war is raging all around them. This is probably the section that we're going to take to E3. We've been calling it Destruction Alley.
You get there and there are a bunch of dead Covenant, and even on Arbiter's side there's just a bunch of dead bodies, and you're not sure what exactly caused all this chaos.
The Guardian's coming to life, and so the Promethean enemies start appearing.
Prometheans incoming!
You get some of the returning ones, like the Crawler, Knight shows up, and the new Soldier shows up, and with them their new weapons as well.
We have a prototype that we haven't playtested that much yet. Basically, there are two firing modes. One is when it's folded in like that, and that is when you are in hip fire, and that is just basically rapid firing short-range grenades on a timer. And the other one, which is when you aim, when it's folded out like that, is going to be firing longer-range projectiles. So our biggest question right now, we have two, I think. Size of the ammo counter. That's pretty big. It's covering up a lot of the weapon.
It could be like half that height.
Yeah, exactly. And the other one is, what do we do here? Do we have any of the actual model moving and animating, you think?
I feel like we need to get a little bit better understanding of the mechanism there that's helping it pop out.
Usually we have like a lot of moving parts on Forerunner and UNSC stuff. The Covenant's it's kind of more magical.
Sure, space magic.
Yeah. So we don't need as many moving parts on the Covenant weapons.
Is Nick gonna be here?
He accepted. I can go try to track him down if you'd like.
There he is. Hi.
There he is.
It's the first time I'm actually seeing it.
Yeah.
What is this?
That's an ammo counter.
All right. Right now, this is probably not ideally placed. I would put it back down in the design in order to be sure that this area is free of anything.
The scale.
Did you put the scale down? Oh yeah, much better.
I know it's gonna do some magic stuff here. Showing off for Maya skills. Yeah. See? How hard was that?
This should still feel as a single integrated object, but this is way better. That's beautiful.
Yeah, the other question is what do we do with the back part of the barrel, so to say? Do we want to have something that kind of sits here as if we should have anything that kind of covers the back here, and then we'd have the projectile showing up here, where the magazine kind of feeds up.
Do we have a marker somewhere? We have these two hammers, we have that thing going on, whatever the design of it. And we have another one here. Maybe we should just like block this with we should just like design this section and have something blocked here. And it would prevent the weapon in the middle to just feel empty. So I think we should do we should just do this.
All right, ready to go?
Kick it off.
All right, here we go. 24-player playtest time. Oh, look at that!
It was good though.
That was awesome.
Gain the lead. Friendly Spartans are engaging Commander Tizen at the dig site. Let's assist. Enemies captured the garage. Tizen is tearing through our team. They should focus and attack and take it out.
Whoa! So this is like a picture of Warzone. It's just awesome when it happens. There's so much action going on. And then I get assassinated. That's great.
Blue, you need to go get a base.
That's kind of impossible.
Yeah, come on.
Right now, it's almost a stalemate. Like, the blue can't get out of their base, but red can't push in to destroy the core. I think we need it to be easier to do either one.
In development, we always called these Alamo situations because we felt like one team was pinned in their own base, and we want to make sure that they don't get stuck there forever, but they also have a way to come back. All right, that's game.
Oh, demon, I guess.
Okay. Apologies, blue team, on the stalemate. We're going to be looking at that. New top issue, Lawrence. All right, we got stuff to fix.
So yeah, obviously, I think everyone knows why we're here. We want to go over the E3 stuff as it stands right now. All this stuff is still very placeholder or in work in progress, but this is the direction that we're heading. To give a little bit more context, the current plan for this is in the flow of everything. Bonnie will come out first. Then Josh comes on, sets up Tsunami Station or Sunayon, and then that will lead directly into gameplay. The other part of that is that currently the plan is that behind closed doors there is not a campaign demo. The on the show floor And any behind closed door stuff currently is focused on Warzone.
E3 is an awesome 10 weeks from now. So we are 4 weeks to content complete and 8 weeks to ZVR, and then 2 weeks after that, Josh will be on the stage showing this off. So
when you say we have to continue to build confidence, how does that translate into actionable stuff for us?
Actionable stuff for this group.
Positive attitude, Josh.
We're shooting our opening sequence where we meet our team, Osiris team, for the first time.
Duck Team Osiris. There's Vale and there's Tanaka. They listen to their squad commands. Buck doesn't listen. He just, nope, I'm not going to heal you right now.
No, that's him.
Yeah. Come on, Duck Team Osiris.
Yeah.
It's a gold.